Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Sat Chat time. I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're getting ready for the holiday, the Christmas if you celebrate it. Also Hanukkah, I believe, starts on Christmas Day, doesn't it? It's kind of late this year. So whatever you're doing, I hope that you are having a Festivus for the rest of us. I don't know. I hope you're having a good week. It is the day after is it the solstice today? I think it's the winter solstice. That means the days get longer, and it could not have happened at a better time because I need some sunlight. I need to feel the days getting longer. It's been a struggle. Oh my word. I'm sure you are aware if you've watched any of my videos recently. I didn't quite meet my goals on posting daily, but I'm going to dust myself off and just kind of try to go daily through until Christmas. I think I just need one more video. Actually, I think I have enough to get me to Christmas Eve. I think I need one more if I'm going to do a Christmas Day, but I'm okay with that. It's been a strange. I feel like this whole last couple of weeks since Thanksgiving has been weird. But good news, my daughter that was in England is home. She just got home this week, so that was great. So that kind of started a flurry of different projects. Okay, well, first of all, before we get any further in here, I just want to let you know that project is up in Critique Club right now, so if you're a member of Critique Club, you can log in and find it. That's the last tutorial of 2024. I will be packaging up all the 2024 tutorials and selling them as a standalone product in January, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that if that's something you're interested in. I will put it on sale, but I don't have it together yet. That should be my motto for December. Hi, I'm Lindsay and I don't have it together yet. Yeah, I don't have it together yet. That should just be my motto. That should be like, you know, like when you watch the news and they've got like the person's name and like a little slogan underneath them or what they think. Lindsay Weirich does not have it together yet. And that could just be my rotating descriptor, I guess. But anyways, that's up. I'll put a link to that in the video description as well. But anyway, so Lila got home on Tuesday, and so I don't know if I've ever talked about the saga of the bathroom renovation before, but a couple of years ago, we bought these beautiful tiles to go onto the vanity, the countertop in there. It's a pretty big counter. It's got had a big kind of built-in vanity there when we bought the place. It was very 70s, had like the white Formica with the gold glitter in it, and we decided we were going to tile it. And my husband was ready to take on the job, and he sanded it down, he filled anything that needed to be filled to make sure it was nice and smooth, and then it just kind of sat at that stage for about 2 years. We bought the tiles, everything was there. So last summer, Jason got the tiling done. He was going to have it done before we left for France, but it didn't quite happen. It was a little bit after. And the tiles are beautiful, but they weren't caulked yet. They were grouted, so that was done, but it needed the caulking. And I don't know if my husband was nervous about doing that or not, but he's like, well, I'll just wait. I'll do it while Lila's in college because she's away because nobody will be using that bathroom. I'm like, all right, that's fine. And so I'm like, you're gonna have this done before she gets back, right? Oh yeah, I'll have it done. And so I'm like, all right. Then like last weekend, he had a 3-day weekend. I was like, he's gonna get that done this weekend, I'm sure of it. So Monday he's back at work and the caulking is not done. So in a fit of rage, I caulked the bathroom, the counter, and the shower. I was just like, if I don't do it now, it's not going to get done. And then I'm thinking, I could have done this back in September and been enjoying a beautifully caulked bathroom this whole fall. So I'm like, why didn't I just do it? Why didn't I it's caulking. It's not, it doesn't require any power tools. Why didn't I just do it? So I was kicking myself for not just doing it back then. And then I was like, and then after I got the bathroom's all beautifully caulked, looks great. I'm looking at the bathroom door, the inside of the bathroom door, and it's got like, back when we first moved in, the bathroom, everything's been painted several times in the house. And we had this black and purple motif in the bathroom. The walls were purple, the door and the trim were black. And all the other trims have been painted white. Everything's been redone. Like we had tiling put in. This was like probably 20 years ago. and we painted the walls, but the door remained black. And I was like, I want the door to match the tiles. And so this was Wednesday, I think. I'm like, I'm painting the door. The door needs to be painted right now. That is like my priority. I'm like, that's like the last thing I should be doing, but I'm like, I need to paint that door because that door is all scraped up. I don't like the way it looks. Maybe that was Tuesday. You know what? That was Tuesday. Monday was caulking day. Tuesday was I'm painting the door. Because I had come downstairs to work Monday afternoon, could not make anything happen. Everything was just garbage that I was trying to create down here in the studio. And I think it's because like I have so many things I want to do. I have so many ideas that I've jotted down in my phone, because whenever I come up with a great idea, I put it in my phone. I've got lists upon lists upon lists of great ideas of things I want to do with the stuff I have, different projects that I want to do, and just like deciding on one of them, I have like just major decision fatigue, I guess. And the things that that I don't have a hard time deciding to do tend to be freelance work I'm doing for clients, because before I accept a job, I already pretty much put in my head what I'm going to do so I can pitch it. And then there's no room for wiggling. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing. But there's so much room for wiggling when I'm left to my own devices that I wiggle on my way out the door and I go do some random home improvement project that really doesn't need to be done today. But I feel like in every fiber of my being, it needs to be done today. Because if I look at that scratch door one more time with a chip paint, I'm gonna lose it, you know. And a lot of times though, those projects take less time than you think they're going to take, but then sometimes they don't. So I was watching TV, this was a couple weeks ago, and I just put up the Christmas decorations, and the Christmas decorations look beautiful, and then I was like, but that front door looks shabby, because all around the doorknob it looks dirty, and there's like the paint is chipped, because you know we painted it when we moved in, but we painted the outside of the door to match trim, but we haven't done the inside. The inside is still matching the inside colors and stuff like that. It needs a new coat of paint. So like during a commercial break, I ran downstairs, found the paint, stirred it up, and I touched up all the cracked paint, all the chipped paint. It took like hardly any time. It didn't take any time at all. And then the next day I noticed, oh yeah, it doesn't really match, because the original paint was faded a little bit, because it's been like, I don't know, 20 years since we painted that. So the next day I grabbed a big paintbrush and I went and repainted that door. And it did not take that long, maybe like a half an hour. And it's like, I've been like looking at that chipped door for years, and I could have in like an hour have dealt with it and just had it done. So, I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I was watching TV, so it didn't matter. I didn't have anything better to do at that time, and I could watch TV while I was painting it. So that wasn't a big deal. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like I procrastinate. I procrastinate productively, at least, but it's like, and then I'm like kicking myself that I'm behind and I didn't get things out every day, but it's my own fault. You know, it's like, actions meet consequences. Hello, that's the story of my week. It's time to deal with the consequences of your actions, Lindsay. And yeah, and then like on one hand, I feel like I'm so busy I have no time to do anything, and then on the other hand, I feel like I'm so lazy I never get anything done. And it's like, can both of these things be true? I guess they can, but I don't know. It's like I feel like I am detached from reality or something. I don't know. I just feel like on one hand I'm simultaneously exhausted and overworked, and on the other hand I feel like a failure who can't get anything done. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It must be Christmas. I saw a quote from Stephen King on Threads. I don't think it's his quote, but he posted it. And he said, everybody thinks they're doing Christmas wrong. And I'm like, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? You know, I didn't do cards. And this was the decision thing. So it's like, it was about a month ago, and Vistaprint was having a big sale. And I was like, okay, it would just be really easy if I chose a Christmas painting I did last year, and uploaded it and just had it printed. And then I was thinking, but is that cheesy to do? Because it's just, I'm sending a piece of cardstock. I'm sending a very expensive piece of cardstock, because once you add in like because you know, you start off with a base price of like 70 cents or whatever, but then that's crappy paper. You go to the good paper, and then you go to this and that, and there's so many little things they tack on along the way. By the time it's done, it's an expensive piece of paper that then you have to pay to mail. And then I'm like, and then people are going to throw away because it's just a piece of paper. Really, it's just a piece of cardstock or photo paper or whatever. And I had a painting and it looked pretty good in the mock-up, but I'm like, I don't know. And even with a 60% off deal, it was still going to be like, you know, almost $1 a piece. And I was just like, I don't think I want to pay $1 a piece. Actually, more like $2 a piece once I actually mail and pay postage, times 100, you know, whatever, your mailing list. And I'm like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think people care. I don't think it, and nobody's gonna look at that like, oh wow, Lindsay thought of me. They're gonna be like, oh look, it's a printed thing. It's not even handmade. And it's not like I feel like that. I mean, if somebody, you know, buys a card, writes their name in it and sends it to me, I'm grateful, and I hang it up and I have it up all month. But then, you know, it gets, actually, I do think we've saved all our, we have this tote of cards. It's probably kind of ridiculous. I did make some crafts out of the cards once, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm putting all this effort into something that's going to be, and that's not even that much effort. Then I feel like that's not enough effort. If I'm going to put on effort, I should put in effort, and that's not enough effort. That's a cop-out. I've always made handmade cards. Sometimes I do the Vistaprint, but most years I make handmade cards, and that's what people expect, and when I don't, I've had people say they're a little disappointed not to get a handmade card. This was nice, but a little disappointing. So I'm either going to do the most and make the handmade cards, and they're all going to be, you know, textured and beautiful and probably cost extra postage to mail because they'd be thicker, or maybe not. I mean, it's not like I get that elaborate for handmade cards, because you can't do that for Christmas, because you're making like 70 or 100 of them, and it's just too much to do really elaborately. So they're getting a half-ass card anyway as far as my handmade card standards go. And then if I like do a Vistaprint, they're getting a quarter-ass card. And then if I, you know, go to the store and buy some cards, then, I mean, should I even bother? Not that I'm judging anybody's store-bought cards. I think all Christmas cards are lovely, and I appreciate them, and they're so nice to get. But I feel like people have a certain expectation if I'm sending them a card, because you do this for a living, Lindsay. Seriously, you have the time to do this because you do it for a living, right? I feel like there's just like this greater expectation. But then again, it could be one of those situations where you're just thinking way too much. People don't think about you as much as you think they think about you. So let it go. And I did. I just let it go. And then Jason's like, well, because he's brought up Christmas cards a couple times, probably like I've brought up tiling or caulking the bathroom a couple times, and I've just kind of been like, yeah, whatever. And and so I let it go, and he mailed Christmas cards, and the cards that he mailed were leftovers from like the past probably 20 years, because like, you know, you make a few extra, and then you have like, you know, 3 or 4 of this design, 4 or 5 of that design. You end up with like this bin that I don't throw away, because my goodness, I made those cards and they took work. And so we probably had about 40 leftover cards from over the past, you know, decades. And I did make a few for Hand Painted Holiday, and I threw those in the orphan card bin. And he sent those out to, you know, our neighbors and his side of the family. And okay, I did send a card to my mom and my sister, but you know, yeah, I just felt like whatever I did was going to be a massive disappointment. And so it's like, I don't want to do something that I know is going to be a massive disappointment. And I think that's what I've been feeling like with my video. Like I did this today because I'm trying to get those extra things up before Christmas, and in my mind I had this whimsical nutcracker, right? I'm gonna do bookmarks because that's easy. I posted this one yesterday, and I just picked up a brush and I'm like, I'm just gonna doodle some trees. It took me 10 minutes, real time, and it was easy and it was fun. And I'm like, oh, that's what I should do. I should do these easy little projects. Somebody can whip one of these up, make a gift tag, make a bookmark. That will be fun. So then today I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. That was fun. I'm going to try to recapture that spirit of whimsy and something fun. What about a nutcracker? Because I'm thinking, what is tall and skinny? Because I do good with limitations. So my limitations are, I'm going to use this bookmark pad. It's very limited size. I'm going to use watercolors that are in a little travel kit on my desk. I'm going to use that. I'm going to think of what are Christmas things that are tall and skinny. A nutcracker, right? A nutcracker. Also maybe like a reindeer that's facing you right from the front, a very slim deer. Yeah, that would be a tall Christmas thing. Maybe a skinny Christmas. I'm thinking, what is tall and skinny that I could paint for Christmas on a bookmark? But nutcracker, I'm like, easy piece of cake. I don't know how long this monstrosity took, but it was way too long. I will be time-lapsing. I'm still going to put it up because, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. But I'm like, I was thinking that I wanted to just like look at this thing. Okay, I don't know if that's going to focus on there. Maybe if I put my hands back there. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Took way too long. One good thing was, though, I actually tore it off the pad. I wet the back of it, stuck it on my mat, so then when I painted the front of it, it stayed perfectly flat. I didn't have to iron it or anything. So, anyway, I did that, and as I was painting it, and as the time was ticking by, I'm thinking, this is taking too long. And then I'm like, I'm not enjoying it, because I'm like, no matter what this turns out as, it's not going to be worth the amount of time it's taken me to paint it. Nobody's going to want to do this project because it's not, the cuteness factor to time it took factor is way out of whack. This is how cute it is. This is how long it took. It is not in balance. It is way out of whack. What you want is, this is so cute, and this didn't take very much time. Or maybe I'm just putting these unrealistic expectations of YouTube art tutorials on my shoulders when that's not reality whatsoever. Things aren't done like that. It's not, we don't live in 5-minute crafts world where, you can they just do these random things and have a project that would never work in real life. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll tell you something that was fun. So yesterday when I did my little magical trees, it actually worked out and was 10 minutes and that was great. I came across this thing and it was so weird. So I think I've been stressed out. I think I have amnesia when I'm stressed. Like, I just don't remember things when I'm stressed out. And so I was like, gosh, I was catching up on some wrapping. Things had gotten a little out of hand. My laundry, I had the big chair of laundry. It was just, things were beyond my grasp this week. I just didn't have, I don't know. I just couldn't stay on top of things this week. And so I had this big old chair full of laundry. And I'm like, our bedroom was just shambles, and that's where we have the big Christmas tree. And so I'm like, all right, I've got to set some order here. I'm stressed out. I need to clean. I need to get things back to normal. I need to normalize, reset. I think that's been like since Thanksgiving, I've felt this massive need to reset, and hence the diet, hence the I don't know. But I was just feeling this major need to reset. And so bedroom, total mess. I put away my laundry. And it was like wrapping up anything I needed to wrap. I like to wrap as I go so I don't get overwhelmed like right before Christmas. And then I saw this box and it was just sitting on a chair and I'm like, what is this? And so I was looking at it, I'm like, is this something else I have to wrap? And it was something I completely forgot. And it was, Lightwish had sent me some oil pastels and this little watercolor calendar. And they'd asked me if they could send it. And I said, look, I'm not going to have a chance to use these anytime soon. You can send it if you like, but no promises, no guarantees. And they're like, absolutely, that's fine. We'll send it. I hope you like it. Merry Christmas. And what was in there was a calendar, and each in this cute little stand. And it's watercolor paper, cotton watercolor paper, and it's got the printed days, and it's got a quote by an artist, and it's blank in the middle, so you can paint whatever you want. And I was thinking, yes, that's fun. That's what I need to do. Just like a no consequence little painting. A month from now, if I don't like it, it can go in the bin. If I like it, I could mat it and frame it. So there's a Degas quote on this, and it says, "Art is not what you see; it's what you make others see." And Degas was famously the one that painted ballerinas in pastel usually. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun to use this calendar and paint something inspired by the artist that the quote is from, and we could all do it together. So the calendar is like $12.99 on sale. I'm like, because I thought, oh, this must be like $25 or something. And I think it was $15 now. It's like $12.99, probably because it's getting close to the end of the year. So that video is going up tomorrow. It was so fun to paint. I think it's because I had no expectations. I'm like, in a month, at most it's going to sit on my desk for a month, if not, and then it never has to be seen again. And then I thought, well, that would be fun to do every month, to tape off the center and do a little painting inspired by an artist, do a little art history on the channel, do a little art appreciation, and just paint something fun. So I love how that came out. And I don't know, maybe you're like, what's the big deal? It's not that great. But I actually really like it. Something about it that's whimsical. I think because I was kind of channeling another artist. And I like how we have the dancers on the stage that are really muted. You can't really see them too much. And then you have these three girls that look, they're obviously young girls. Their proportions, you can see they're younger. They're kind of like gossiping or whispering or maybe daydreaming about their turn to get on stage. I don't know, but I just loved the way that came out. It was from a photograph I found on Unsplash. It's not from a Degas painting. But, I mean, I could do some of those paintings, some of those artists, we could just do a master study because most of their work would be in the public domain if they're older artists. But anyway, I thought that would be a fun idea. I'll put a link to that calendar if you want to play along. Obviously, you could use the sketchbook and just do whatever, but I thought that was kind of neat. And the thing I actually liked about this is that this is kind of a really neat, like, cell phone holder too. So I don't have anything like that. I don't think. So I just thought that was kind of cool. So that was a little spark, but then today I came down hoping to ride that wave of yesterday when I did that, my little trees, and I did this, and it did not go well, and actually I farted around for like an hour before I made anything, and I'm like, what is the deal? I'm down here, I have time, my desk is all cleared off, why am I having such a hard time deciding and getting started? And I think it's just because I have so much choice, and I don't want to limit myself. But as soon as I limited myself, okay, you're going to use a bookmark pad and you're going to do something tall and skinny and Christmassy, then I was like, okay, what's tall and skinny? I was like, oh, candy canes, nutcracker. Probably should have done candy canes. I mean, giving myself a break. Maybe I'll do candy canes next. But yeah, I've definitely been in a bad headspace. I had a hard time finding the pony. So I was saying, and I just like, whenever I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I'm like, okay, eat the frog and look for the pony, eat the frog, look for the pony. And the frogs have been harder and harder to eat every day. And my frogs are daily workout challenge and walking the dog in the cold. And those are the two things that it's like, I really dislike the cold weather, even though I bundle up, and I just get out and I do it. And the 28-day workout challenge, I'm just doing it. Just getting up after I've pounded down my coffee. I mean, now my coffee's pretty leisurely. I don't want to make myself sound like I'm tougher than I am. I drink my coffee, and then I do the workout, and then I walk the dog, and then I can start my day. And like, those are the frogs to me. It's like, I love my dog. I love walking the dog in good weather, but when it's cold and everything's icy and everything's like, the woods have been flooded, so I can't even go on the trails in the woods because it's I don't want Penny to break through the ice and cut her paws up, and it's not thick enough ice that I trust that it's not going to break, and it's slippery, and it's just miserable, and it's gray, and it's just, I don't know, but I probably should stop wearing sunscreen in the winter because I usually will work out, take a shower, get dressed, walk the dog, and so I've put sunscreen on. So I'm not getting any vitamin D from the sun because it's being blocked, and I'm wearing gloves, and I'm completely covered up except for like my face, and I don't know. It's like, it kind of feels like you do all these positive things, you do all these things that are supposed to make you feel great, like working out every day, I should feel great, I'm building muscle, I'm strengthening my bones, I should feel awesome, and it makes me feel exhausted. And I dread it, but I do it. I'm doing it, so I should feel great. I should feel like, oh, I did that. I feel good about myself. But no, I do it, and I feel like, okay, what's next? What's next? I'm not seeing the results I want to see. I'm not feeling stronger. I'm feeling tired. I'm not feeling, the benefits that I feel like I should be from these things that I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe it's just winter. Maybe it's just the short days are taking a toll on my mental health. And speaking of mental health, I was thinking that $1 million idea, and I come up with these $1 million ideas every once in a while. Nobody ever seems to take me up on them. But my last $1 million idea was the cash only scratch and dent fixing garage that would fix somebody's car. Like, if somebody went and scraped their wife or their husband's car, they could take it like, I need this fixed before 5 p.m. And then, like, that was a $1 million idea I had last year for no apparent reason. And then my other $1 million idea, it's like, the psychiatrists and therapists should sell gift certificates, so that, like, if you could tell somebody's like they're in a state and it's like they need some help, but they're not gonna like make an appointment, they're not going to try to figure out who their insurance covers and this and that. If therapists sold gift certificates, then, kids could get around, hey guys, let's chip in and get mom some therapy. Everybody chips in, they buy a gift card, and then they could just, the person getting the gift card would be like, oh, okay, this one, I'm just going to go redeem it. They don't have to worry about the bill. They don't, they've got, if somebody already picked out, they don't have to decide where to go. I think that's a great idea. I don't know do therapists offer gift cards? I think they should. I think that'd be a great idea. But you could always get somebody a gift card to a massage or a haircut or something they wouldn't typically get themselves, or they're too busy to schedule for themselves, but they know if there's money on the line that's already been spent, they'll do it. That's me. Yeah. My hairstyling, my going into getting my hair cut is usually if I want to do something extremely drastic and like short, and I don't dare to do it myself, or I don't know. It's always an impulse. I'm always like walking in somewhere, I'm like, with a picture, can you do this? Okay, let's do it. And I form no relationships with, I'm awful. Oh, I don't know, but I'm always working on myself, so one of these days I'm going to get it together. Not before Christmas, though. Probably not in 2024. Oh, this is another thing. So I'm thinking about, like, okay, and we'll probably talk about this a little bit next week, because next week will be the last Sat Chat of 2024. My intentions, right? Last year, I said I'm going to use my favorites this year. And I've been watching people post their favorite videos, like their favorite supplies of 2024. And I started thinking, what are my favorites of 2024? I don't have any favorites. I don't I get to this point every once in a while where I don't even know what I like anymore. Nothing is bringing, you know, I don't know. I won't say nothing is bringing joy, because like I had fun painting that, and I had fun painting the tomatoes back there. And I get these little feathers of joy, these little like I don't know, they're almost like wisps that, like, as you try to grab them and do them again, you know, it's like you get this wisp of joy, and it's like, yes, I want more of that, and you try to recreate it, but it's all dissipated. You can't recapture it, and and I think it's like getting down to flow state, where you need this certain level of relaxation. You need enough time to actually explore something. You need to not have the pressure of having to perform, but you also can't have too much time, or you just waste it. The conditions, I feel like the fertile soil of creativity is so hard to cultivate, and I am struggling with that right now. And then you'll have other times where I'll be just like on a roll and everything's going so easily. And then other times where it's like I am just trudging through molasses and I feel so exhausted, and there's no need of it. I sleep 8 hours a night. I eat healthy. There's no need of it. There's no need of my exhaustion. I don't understand how I could be 48 years old and still not have my act together. And, you know, before you guys jump in, like, you're being so hard on yourself. Well, I have expectations, and I think, like, part of it is, like, the Stoic philosophy of hold yourself to high standards, but be tolerant of others. I am very tolerant of others, but I do hold myself to high standards, because I know that I'm capable of so much more if only I buckle down a little bit more, or just figured it out. I don't know what it is, really. Where's my therapy gift card? I don't know. I do feel better, though, ranting on Sat Chat. I always feel a little bit better after I rant on Sat Chat. You know, put on some makeup, don't look like a bridge troll, and talk to my friends on the internet. And that makes me feel better. I should probably just get up and put makeup on every day, honestly. I don't know. And Santa hat. I guess red's my favorite color, so that's good. I don't know. Oh, goodness. So I think I'm going to take another crack at a bookmark this afternoon, because I'm filming this on Friday afternoon. It's almost 3. I have another hour or so before my husband gets home, and I think maybe I'll do some candy canes. Yeah, and maybe I'll just do something from memory. Try to just do something that I don't have a preconceived idea about. Food paint challenges candy canes this week, so maybe I don't think I'll look at the reference. I think I'll just paint candy canes and just try to go for capture that whimsy that I have in my mind's eye that I totally missed on this is so stodgy and solid, and it's fine. It's a bookmark. It'll get the job done. There's nothing wrong with it. I could give this to somebody with a book for Christmas, and it's like, hey, it's a bookmark. It is a bookmark. There's no denying that that's a bookmark. It serves its purpose. It's a thing that serves its purpose. Be okay with that, Lindsay. Be okay with that. I'm not okay with it. Be okay with it. Okay, I'm going to be okay with that. Like, I'm happier with this little doodle that was nothing, just testing out colors, than I am with the thing I actually painted. But anyway, I think I'm going to do a candy cane. That'll probably go up on Christmas. I don't know. Merry Christmas. Here's a half-assed bookmark. Oh, sorry for the swearing there. Is that a swear? I don't even know. But anyway, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. And I hope you have a joyful week. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.